Hello, my name is Tally and I'm doing a reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Welcome, Sagittarius. Hopefully you're having a good day the day you come across this video. I am just pulling some cards for you to see what message we have for you for the month of January. So doing January readings here. What message do we have for Sagittarius? Maybe I want another one from this one. I was gonna move on, but feeling like I need to get another one from here. This is the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. Okay. And whoa, that's too many. Okay. So I guess I want to start here first. I hope I'm not shaking the camera. It's actually a phone, so hopefully it's not shaking. First card out we're getting is Surrender. And to clarify that, we're getting Beauty. So actually, when the Beauty card came out, I heard the word looks. And so I don't know if you're concerned about the way maybe it's an existing relationship, the way it looks to others, or maybe you want it to look a certain way, a relationship, or maybe it's talking about you're too focused on looks if you're single, looking for a person. Maybe it's talking about you're too focused on, you know, the looks of somebody. Maybe you need to pay more attention to someone's character, or yeah, and with the Surrender card being paired with it, I just feel like, you know, that shouldn't be what concerns you, is how something looks or how what other people think of it. Because really, everybody's perception, or I have a belief that everybody's perception of us is actually, you know, it comes from their own experience, right? So like everybody has different experiences, everybody is sort of conditioned and programmed in a certain way, right? And so getting what other people think is really not very valid because they haven't walked in your shoes. I mean, even if they put on your shoes, you know, and, you know, lived in your life for a day, they wouldn't have any clue what it was like to live your life, your whole life. You know what I mean? Like everybody's life is so different. We all go through so many different experiences. So really, like, or even just, I just think of comparison as well. And I don't know why this is coming up. So like, just comparing yourself to others, maybe other relationships around you, or other people around you, is just not, yeah, or like you want to have, you know, this spouse that's drop dead gorgeous, you know, I don't know. I think there's a need to sort of let go of that thinking, or that focus, I guess. So the next two cards we got out is the Empress card, and to clarify that, we're getting the King of Wands. So I mean, this could be a couple. Originally when they first came out, I was like, is this a couple? right? Like they are facing towards each other when I put them together, right? Well, I guess I could have put them together like this, but for some reason I put them together like this. So maybe this has to do with a couple, an Empress and a King of Wands. Um, Either that, or maybe it's just maybe something that instead of being motivated by looks or how things appear to the outside people around you or community, or instead of focusing on that, maybe the focus should be on, creativity and maybe who sort of sparks creativity within you, or what sparks creativity within you, or maybe needing to focus on creating something new, focusing on the new, or maybe a new you, creating a new you where you no longer have this way of being. You're more focused on, or more motivated by your own sort of creation, your own, like I just think of creativity as maybe your own uniqueness. So like, or within a partner, right? Just being focused on, because every person can be so unique, and like, even though, or I have a belief that we're all one, like kind of like, I've heard the analogy where we're, each one wave in an ocean, right? But each wave is different, and each wave, is so unique and has so many different skills and characters and character flaws and, and good things about the character, and just appearance wise, we all look different. Like, so I think, yeah, just being focused more on the person, how someone is unique, like their unique qualities, their unique gifts, what they bring to the table that's different than everybody else. I think that's what needs to be focused on, or that's what you need to be sort of motivated towards or drawn towards, instead of drawn towards looks. Be more drawn towards like how someone is unique, or that's what needs to be focused on. The next cards we got out is the Ten of Cups. And to clarify that, we're getting the Hanged Man, or the Hanged One, they call it in this deck. So, yeah, because I think once you start focusing, or picking people based on, uniqueness, or seeing the uniqueness in your partner, I think that's where, the fulfillment or the happiness is going to come from. That's where the lifelong, yeah, I just feel like happiness, joy, I think that's where, what we should be grateful for is like even flaws. Like there's some people's flaws that actually end up being somebody else's strengths. So then the relationship just clicks because they just sort of match together, right? So like just needing a different perspective on what could be truly fulfilling, or finding those unique qualities to be grateful for within somebody, a relationship that you have, and that's going to sort of lift up the connection, or yeah, I think that's going to ultimately provide joy. It's not going to be the person's looks, you know, because looks fade, looks go away eventually, right? So you want something, you know, the character that's going to be there afterwards, right? When our bodies maybe aren't as youthful. At the bottom of this deck, we're getting the Four of Swords. So maybe just going within in terms of, you know, determining what those unique qualities are, or just putting some thought into it, some time, some energy, you know, to get away from this thinking. And then, so at the bottom of this deck, we're getting the Eight of Cups. So yeah, I think this is just re-emphasizing the getting away from, or walking away from this type of thinking. And then if you notice, these two cards, I think, kind of go together, because there's kind of mountains in the background that he's sort of walking towards. And then this girl's dress kind of looks like a mountain to me in the blossoming card at the bottom of this deck. So I feel like, you know, then, you know, things are going to come together. Then things are going to, you know, things are going to grow. Things are going to blossom when we start focusing more on, you know, our uniqueness, or the uniqueness of our partner, or being motivated by our, you know, individual skills and gifts. Yeah, that's really where the gold is. That's where the gold is. That's where the gold at the end of the rainbow, right? Which actually, just the way the cards are laid out, this Empress card is at the end of the rainbow, right? This is the gold, and yellow in the card, gold at the end of the rainbow, you know? So I think this is the key, right? Is either, yeah, to more bring in this energy into a relationship, or focus on this in terms of a relationship, finding that in a relationship, versus, you know, what other people think, or how other people look, or yeah. And I think time is what's, over time, this is going to happen. So that's the message I'm getting for you today. Until next time, have a good one.